In this segment, I'm going to be showing you how to grid and green various shaped vases. We have a cylinder, a cube, and an oval. Great shapes that are used a lot in flower shops these days. So what you need to do is start with very clean vases, add water, floral food, and make sure you dry your edges of the vase very well so the tape will stick. So what we're going to use is a 1/4 inch clear strapping tape that we're going to strap onto the vase with a knife, and you only want to go down about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch at the most, because we don't want to see the tape after the product is finished. So just make strips along your vase, about a 1/4 inch spaces, not too big. If you make them too big, the flowers will wiggle around too much. So just make even strips, cutting as you go, holding on to the tape so that you don't have to keep looking for the end. Just like that. Oh, that one fell in. I'm going to take that off. These things happen. Start again. Tape. And then when you get that side done, spin the vase and do the whole thing over again. A 1/4 inch down. Go fast here. And when we get to finish, I'm going to do a strap all the way around the edge towards the top, just to make sure everything holds in place, just like this. So go to the edge, spin it around, and then just cut it off. Make sure you press it down so it's nice and secure, so you get a grid that looks like that. We've already done it to the cube and the oval, and what I'm going to do is show you now the greening part to it. So I'm going to use salal, beautiful bunches of salal, and you're probably going to use about 1/3 of a bunch in each design. And so get your bunch. I like to pre-clean all the greenery I'm going to use first, so cutters will work for this. I don't like using chewed up bits, so cut your lengths, get them all ready. So break off anything that doesn't look nice. Keep your lengths fairly long because you want the greens to go to the bottom of the vase. So that's just going to be too big, too long for this. So I'm going to take off the top, and I can still use that nice piece. You'll see as I'm working with the vase. So get your whole bunch, clean it up, and get ready to do your designs in the vase. I already have some done here, and I'm going to show you, demonstrate how to add the greens to the container. So we want to start in the middle. We're going to pretend it's a water fountain, and you want to use all the areas of your container, working from the middle to the outside. It's so important to make a really good bed of greenery. So do quite a few stems in the middle, working your way to the 1/3 out, all the way to your edge. Keep going. The fuller the container of greenery, the easier the flowers will flow and work for you. You'll see. So what we're trying to achieve now is a nice bed of greenery. So it's really like a big nest. So, and we want to get don't cut your greens too short because you want it to go to the bottom of the vase. This is really important because if you don't want your flowers to flop around, do a nice bed of green. Take the time to make it right. So we're almost getting there. See how it's starting to get fuller? Cut it if it's too long. Work your way. Lift up the greens, go to the edge. Right to the edge. Spin it around, make sure you fill it all in. I always say, make sure you get your edge work done because it helps a lot. So now that I'm getting a lot more in, see how it's getting perkier? That's what you want. Nice full bed of green. A couple more stems and I'm done. And then I'm going to show you the same thing in the oval, but I'm going to add another type of greenery to it. Now, see how it's nice and full all the way around? And you'll see when we make the flowers how easy it works when it's like that. So put that aside and get the oval one and do this. It's the same kind of thing. Get your greens ready and start in the center. Grab a few more greens here. These ones can be a little longer because we have a deeper vase. So we're starting in the middle, getting it nice and snug. Then we're going to slowly work our way out from each little opening of the tape. That's going to help flowers from wiggling around, flowers to stay in place when you make your design. And it's easy when you have to deliver. Things stay in place and don't fall apart. So just keep working like that, filling it in. I'm going to turn this around to get to the other side. Just always keep spinning your vase. Make sure you get every spot. So here we go. Now when I pick out the greenery, when you do want to choose greenery, try to find ones that aren't so chewed up or dirty. Make sure they're not wilty. Nice and fresh and bright green. It's a good way to pick your greenery. So see how it's coming? It's starting to lift itself up. That's what we want. A couple more in here. I could add a little more. Then I've got this nice fluffy boxwood, which is really good to use. It comes in bunches, like bigger bunches, but we'll probably use about 1/3 of a bunch. And the same thing, clean it up, cut it up, because you don't want any leaves in the vase, because that would cause bacteria and your flowers won't last as long. So this is the same thing. Work in and around the salal that you've put in already, just to give it a different texture. It's nice to use. Another one that's very long lasting. And see how it's looking nice and full? And things will makes the flowers look great. You will see in the next segment how easy it is when you've got yourself a nice bed of greenery. So that is the technique, and when you go to the cube, it's the same as both of these. You could do all salal or with boxwood, but that's how you do a greening. And in the next segment, you'll see how easy it is to make the beautiful florals in it.